members. And this morning, my special guest is our hotel general manager, Rene. Let's welcome him.
All right.
Good morning, everyone.
So I'm going to kick things off. Rene, tell us where you're from and tell us a little bit of the story behind how you came to work at sea.
Well, I grew up near the ocean, and it was my lifelong dream ever since a child to work on a cruise ship. No, none of that. I actually grew up in the Netherlands. I'm a Dutch boy from the northeast, a province and the main town there called Groningen. If I say that, Groningen. I was actually born at the sea in Scheveningen. I know a good word to practice. But yeah, where I grew up is about as far from Holland America Line's birthplace in the Netherlands as you can get. So I grew up blissfully ignorant of the existence of Holland America Line, thinking that it had gone out of business a long time ago already, as much really what we take. Just in case. Safety first. Yeah, I had actually no intentions of working for a cruise line. I was much more into technical stuff actually. At the age of 12 or 13, I started working in a garage. I started off as a detailer, and then in the end they let me do the oil changes and the brake changes, things like that, tire changes. And I was very, very happy doing that in my evening hours and on the weekends. Decided at some point to enroll into a technical college. Actually went to study civil engineering for a year and a half, and I came to a quick realization that that was not going to be my future. When I realized that I would never want to walk over a bridge that I designed. So I figured this career is getting absolutely nowhere. So I dropped out, took a job as a plumber. In the south of France. It was February in the Netherlands, or February or March, and it was, we don't really get full-on heavy snow in the Netherlands. We have mostly gray days with a lot of drizzle, rain, wind. So it's a rather unpleasant, dreary period. And to read an advertising that says, "Hey, we're looking for a plumber on a property in the south of France." Ooh, sunshine! I'm out of here. So wrote a letter. In those days, you still had to write letters to get a job. Now you go on whatever it is, LinkedIn or something. I got invited for an interview. That was a bit of a scary time because I actually didn't know anything about plumbing. So I got the letter on Monday. I had to go on Wednesday for an interview. On Tuesday, I went to the library, read every book I could find on plumbing, made some notes about some key words. I thought, I can throw that into the conversation. I was very good at lying and faking things, so I actually got hired for the job. So 2 weeks later, I found myself driving to the south of France together with another gentleman, just about my age, a few years older. We're halfway into the trip. It was a 2.5-day trip to get to where we needed to go. And about halfway into the trip, I thought, well, I better own up to this gentleman that I actually don't know that much about plumbing. So I said it to him, said, sorry, but really, I think I kind of faked it. I don't know anything about plumbing, really. So I figured we're over halfway, so they're not going to send me back. The easiest way for them is to get there. And he decided, a deep sigh of relief, said, oh, thank God. Neither do I. I faked it too. So luckily there were a couple of other people with us in other cars that actually were expert plumbers, and we learned fast. So that worked out good. But that's what kind of got me into the hotel business in a way, because at that property, once the plumbing job was done, I stuck around and I started working in the restaurant. I became the pool boy actually, did that for a few months, and worked in a dishwasher, worked in a restaurant there, and enjoyed it. So then I went back to the Netherlands figuring out, okay, well, if I like this, then what kind of an education do I need for that? So I actually went back to college again, but this time was a hotel management college, got a bachelor's degree in hospitality management. Did finish that one. I far more confidence in my ability to serve people than to build bridges. So I stuck with it, and then in a long story short, I ended up by chance working for Holland America Line. I was only going to do it for a few months to just see what it was like, it turns out I really liked it, and I stuck with it because I've been here now 31 years. For an ex-plumber, not bad.
Not bad at all. Okay, so what questions do you have for Rene? I'm going to come to you with the microphone. Okay.
Hi. My question is about laundry, and when I send out laundry, how do you keep it separate from other Kevin's laundry so that I get my own clothes back? And my second question is there a tailor or a seamstress on board?
All right, first question, did everybody get their own laundry back?
Yeah.
We're making progress. We actually tag it. We actually have a machine called a marking machine. So when you put your laundry in the bag, it actually gets marked with a little tag, and it goes into separate bags. So that we will know at all times whose laundry is whose. Every once in a while it goes wrong. Every once in a while a sock sneaks out of the bag, and then or the tag gets lost, and then all of a sudden we miss it. But we typically find it again because people then will say, "Hey, that's not my sock." It's amazing. We process at the moment. I will probably have about 200 to 250 bags per day that we process. The longer the cruises, the more laundry we have. When we go on our next voyage is a 35-day voyage, and we have a lot of people there that have actually complimentary laundry because of the mariner status. You get complimentary laundry, and boy, do they know how to use it. So it can go up to about 300, 350 of these bags per day, and it really takes a whole team of people there to us. They do a phenomenal job there. I absolutely love going to the laundry and hanging out with them and see what they do. They're super organized. They have all this fancy equipment. They have an ironing, you call it a flat work ironer. It's about the size of this lounge, I would say. If they ever need to replace it, they literally need to cut a hole in the side of the ship to move it out, to move the new one in. It's phenomenal, and then you have a few people at the front of the machine, and then it goes through all these rolls, and it goes in wet, it goes in damp, and then it comes out neatly folded in a package at the other end. So we have 2 to 4 people feeding it, and then we have typically 2 or 3 people at the other end that collect it. But it's a massive machine, and I just love being there and hanging out. You'll never see these people when you're a guest, but they're absolutely crucial to the guest experience. They take care not only of your laundry, but also our laundry, the tablecloths, the linen, everything goes through there. It's all on sea deck forward, very far away. Unfortunately, we can't take people there. We used to do little tours, but these days with security and safety, we're not allowed to take anyone there anymore. So. You'll have to believe me when I tell you. The other question, tailors. Yes, tailors. We do have tailors on board. Yes, nowadays our uniforms are not all tailor-made on board. This is all prefab basically. The pants, for instance, come in one size fits no one. So they do need to be adjusted. We actually have 3 tailors here at the moment. In fact, I was just talking to them yesterday. And they are able to make any uniform that we have on board. They can make it. We have the raw materials for that. So when needed, we can do it. But there's a lot of efficiencies in buying standardized from companies that make them. When I joined here, and until about, I would say 10, 15 years ago, every piece of uniform was actually made on board from scratch by the tailors. We still have tailors in the full tailor shop, so it's very nice. And you'll see in the city on the sea actually, when Kristen does her At the end of the voyage, we'll have 2 days where we do a presentation at 10 o'clock in the morning called The City on the Sea. There's actually a really nice story there from one of the tailors, and you'll get some more information on how the tailor shop actually works. So do go and see that and learn more about the tailor shop. Yes, you don't have the laundry there.
When?
We should have.
2 days.
There are pictures of the laundry, in there, the rollers that you just
Oh
described.
yeah, flat
is
work.
there.
Yes, there's a picture of it.
What other questions do you have for Rene? Yes.
My wife and I have a 40-gallon hot water heater, which sometimes doesn't do the job for us. How on earth do you supply hot water for entire populations?
Yeah.
We have, you'll get some more information on that too. In that same City on the Sea, you'll get a lot more detail on it than I actually can provide you. But we have massive water tanks on board. We use our potable water not only for that purpose, washing and all that stuff, cooking. It's also part of our ballast management. So the water in the tanks are all down below. And that's actually how they balance out the ship as well. They use potable water for that as well. We buy it if we can, so we can literally bunker it. We can literally hook up a hose in port and then buy the water from the port and do it that way. We produce our own water because we have our engines generate heat. So with that heat, we can actually evaporate seawater and create fresh water that way. And the heating pretty much works the same way. We use giant boilers that are basically powered by the engines that we have and the heat that they generate. So we go through quite a bit of it, but we've never really ran out. Every once in a while, the chief engineer will tell me, "Hey, what are you guys doing in the kitchen with cleaning? Because we seem to be running low on water. So tell the guys to use a little bit less water, please." And then we'll use a little bit less. They tend to have a bit of overkill though. They like splashing water. But yeah, so we can make it all ourselves.
How large is the hotel team?
How large is the hotel team? It varies a little bit. In fact, I challenged the captain, and he now at the welcome toast has the exact number. I think this cruise is 799, but it goes up to 810. It fluctuates a little bit. Who's on board, who's not on board. Every once in a while, somebody goes home and doesn't get replaced right away. So it's around about 800 people.
Wow.
Okay, what are the questions? Yes.
Good.
Hi. How often do you test the potable water for cleanliness, and how do you do it?
Oh, it's daily. There's a daily routine. It continuous actually. I'm not really the expert in that. We have a public health officer, and we have a hotel services engineer. The hotel service engineer is really in charge of making it happen, and the public health officer is the auditing role there. So our potable water is continuously monitored. They have different instruments for that that record the levels of chromium, I think it's called, that we use, bromide, whatever it is. It's like chlorine, but a little bit different. So, and I know that so they do that in the engine room. They test it there, but there's actually a far point recorder for that as well. It's actually typically on the bridge. Where on a continuous basis, it's one of these wheel things with a little needle that goes constantly back and forth. And we are very much compliant with the United States Public Health Department's guidelines for anything public health wise. And that has a certain range that this needs to be within, and that's what they maintain. We get audited. In fact, in Hawaii, we're getting one of our own internal fleet public health officers on board who audits, amongst many other things, on that as well. And several times per year, we get the United States Public Health Department coming on board unannounced for inspections. And also the Canadian Canada Transport comes on board with their public health inspectors. So it's continuous. All of our public health standards are continuous throughout the day, 7 days a week.
Any questions? Yes.
Okay, I have a question, a couple pieces to it. I see so many scooters, and including my wife's, people with mobility challenges on board. So what are some of the ways that you work to take care of people that have mobility challenges? Let's start with that.
Well, we are currently in the process of being fully ADA compliant, the Americans with Disabilities Act, is that right? Okay. We typically only call it ADA. The goal is that every area is accessible to everyone on board. In a nutshell, that's it. That doesn't work for some areas. There are, being on a ship, there are some limitations as to what you can accomplish. Last cruise we had a bit of a challenging tender ride, for instance. There was a large swell coming into Kona, and it's just not safe at some point to allow people to try and get on a tender that is at some point 3 feet below the dock and then 2 feet above the dock. You need to have a certain level of mobility, but in general, every area on the ship should be accessible for people with mobility needs. It's not only mobility needs that we cater to. Any situation that people might have that require assistance or have special needs, we try to cater to that, whether it's vision impaired, hearing impaired, mobility impaired. It doesn't really matter to us. We need to cater to that. So we have each category, for instance, has ADA compliant cabins. This ship is actually in the process still of doing that further in terms of adapting our bar counters. There's a whole project going on around the fleet at the moment for all of our vessels to do even more than what we already did before. Each lounge will have dedicated tables for people in particular with scooters and wheelchairs, so that there's always space. So we're doing a lot, and we're going to do even more than that. But you should be able to go anywhere on the ship with a mobility device and participate in everything that we have on offer for all the other guests. We're all in it together, and everyone should be treated equally and be able to participate equally. People with mobility needs, they pay for the same cruise as somebody without mobility needs, so they should have the same experience. Hope that answers it in a nutshell.
I got a question regarding, I don't know if you could tell us, because of the age of most people on the ship, I'm wondering how many falls you have with the way the ship's been going, and how many emergencies.
Not on wood. Not that many, very few. Considering the amount of people that are on board and that move about, accidents happen anywhere in the world. They happen here too. But we are very much focused on accident prevention. We really try to create an environment where we know that people are distracted by a lot of things, the music, sound, what happens on stage, you name it. So we try to be anticipate as much as possible that when people move about, they may not be as focused as much on their safety as we are. And so we try to have handrails at the right places, at the right intervals for people to hold on to. Light up the bottom stairs or the steps. If you go to the show lounge, you'll see all the little light strips underneath it. All of that is a very dedicated effort to make sure that people don't inadvertently end up hurting themselves. But then still, it is very well possible for people to trip over things or walk into things that are, for other people, quite obvious that you shouldn't walk into. But that happens, but very, very few. And we learn very much from it. Every time we do have an accident, it doesn't matter how minor it is, we really analyze what happened. We have a lot of security cameras all over the ship. Where the one is here.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, there you are. Actually, I think so we typically review when we have an accident report, when we go back and we look what happened exactly. Earlier this cruise, somebody took a bit of a tumble on the Lido deck, and then we go back, we learn, and if there's anything we need to do to change, doesn't matter if somebody got hurt or not. We have even near misses. We record. If we see situations that could have led to an accident, we record that and we learn from that too. So we do a lot to prevent accidents.
Can you speak a little bit about the medical facility that's on board? In case something should happen.
Yeah, we have a medical in the extreme. So if it all fails, we do have a medical center on board. We have 2 doctors, senior doctor and a doctor, and then accompanied by 4 nurses, I believe. It's a full medical facility, including an ICU. So we can pretty much take care of just about any situation on board. We have X-ray machines. We also have good shoreside support for them for analysis, etc. So pretty much everything that happens on board we can deal with here. The issue becomes at some point, can we do it for a long period of time? So if somebody really were to be ill or injured beyond, and mostly it's not injuries typically, it's mostly illnesses that might come up. Then we medically disembark people because they're more comfortable and get better support at shoreside facilities. Our team is relatively small, so to have somebody 24 hours non-stop in an ICU puts a real burden on the team. They can do it for a couple of days, but not for a couple of weeks. So yeah, we have that, and they look after us team members also very, very well.
Could you talk about what happened at Lincoln Center?
Lincoln Center, yeah. Lincoln Center is one of these programs that we ran for a number of years. It was very successful, especially in the beginning. Then it tapered out a little bit, and as with all of our entertainment programs, they tend to do well in the beginning, and then they have a life cycle. So they're very popular in the beginning, and then it kind of levels off, and then it starts to peter down, and then it's time to kind of reinvent the wheel again and come up with something else. So Lincoln Center is one of those programs that is at the moment in the middle of a revamp. We're looking at, it hasn't gone away, it's still there. On the longer voyages, Lincoln Center still exists, but as a main stage act. So they've upgraded it from what it was as a lounge act. That doesn't sound right, lounge act, that sounds silly. A smaller venue, let's put it that way. I don't really know what the future holds for classic music with Holland America Line. It has always been, and I'm sure will always be, part of our programming. But in what format, I don't know. Right now we're in this limbo period where Lincoln Center, the contract ended, and so they did not renew it because they're looking at the next thing. But we're kept in the dark as much as you are kept in the dark on that, because these programs typically take a few years to fully develop. So if they broadcast now to us what they're working on, and then we start telling you what we know, by the time it actually rolls out a year later or a year and a half later, it can be a completely different program. And so they really keep the cards close to themselves until they have the concept completely figured out and ready to implement it before they even share it with us. So I can't tell you where it's going to go, but I'm pretty sure that in entertainment, every couple of years you can expect some changes, and what you see now is probably not what you're going to get 2 or 3 years from now. It'll be something else. They are working on a whole host of different things, including main stage acts to roll out new concepts for them. It has to constantly refresh.
Some of the ships were designed the facility of the ship was designed with Lincoln Center in mind.
Yeah, Lincoln Center, when they came, they had all these branded lounges that we have, like here, the Rock Room, BB Kings, Billboard on board. In order for us to be able to have that partnership and utilize their talent and utilize their image, their name, they have requirements on how these performances take place. So in the case of Lincoln Center, we really had to do a lot of adaptations to the spaces, to rebuild these spaces to accommodate them. But even spaces like this, they are built with to the standards that these brands will have for us to be able to use their name and their talent.
Our stewards have been really excellent. How much training did the stewards get?
Our stewards, anyone, we have, it changed a little bit since the pandemic, but we used to have training facilities in Jakarta, in Manila, and in India actually, and now it's in Thailand, where the basic training was always 10 weeks. So a lot of what we do goes via recruiting. We try to recruit the right kind of people that have already experience in the hotel business, and once they're hired, we then have a 10-week training course. Part of that is what we call compliance training, where we all have safety emergency functions as well, so we need to know the names of the lifeboat and all that stuff. So that's part of that. We have to hit the ground running when we come on board with that knowledge, otherwise it becomes unsafe. And part of that is then the skills training that we do. So they go through an initial 10-week training period, and then when they come on board, they have a mentoring program with their supervisors. And there's they learn on the job, if you will, but through the career path that we have, people are exposed to new tasks along the way. So you'll get hired into a position that requires minimal technical skills that are relatively easy to pick up on. And as you are in those jobs, you get exposed to other aspects, and you kind of work your way up into the next level, get new skills. You typically then get your next level of training, formal training first before you get into that position, work your way up again until you're again the best of the class basically, and then get selected for your next level of training. So it's ongoing. The one thing that we don't really train on so much is customer service. So I really don't want to get any credit. I hope you're enjoying the service from the team members on board there, actually. So what you get there is I don't want to take any credit for it. Most of the customer service, I would say 99% of the customer service that you get, that's genuine, that comes from themselves. We really don't have a big dedicated training program for that. Yes, we train on customer service and on standards as we should, what we like to expect, but most of the service that you get is genuine, and most of the training that we do is focused more on the skills, on the technical aspects of it, of the jobs, and that is on customer service. Our team members are fantastic to work with. They know how to look after people. We don't have to tell them that. I have to steer a little here and there, but typically my motto is set them free, let them do what they do best themselves, and if at all possible, don't interfere. Then it typically gives you the best vacation experience. Once we get involved, things go wrong.
Okay, we have time for 2 more questions.
So based on the bands that are actually playing in these rooms, does Holland America seek them out, or is there a group that seeks them out for Holland America? Because some of them are really good, that's why.
Yeah. We don't. All these venues that you see here, they are done via talent agencies that really that own the concept. I believe B.B. King's is Beale Street Music that does it out of wherever they're Memphis. So yeah, we don't do the recruiting. There's a difference with the main stage. Some of the main stage acts, the individual acts, they will come directly via our corporate office. We actually have a very good talent scout there, a lady called Cheryl, who's been in this business for as long as I've been with Holland America Line. She's been in that business. She's an absolute phenomenal multitasker that takes care of all the acts. But then at step 1, that company again goes via a talent agency that does the auditioning for those positions. So it varies a little bit, but most of it goes via talent agencies.
Who would like the last question? All right, I'll come to you.
Hi, I just wanted to know how many departments are under you. Like I assume housekeeping, front desk. Do you have a lot of departments under you?
A lot. It's actually not as complicated for me as it may sound. Although there are 800 people in the hotel department, I actually only have 7 direct reports. And then the pyramid kind of trickles down. So most of the managers, the leaders in the hotel department, they will have 7, maximum 10 direct reports. Finance. And then I have an assistant hotel general manager, they call Marina, and she then, there she is, there's Marina.
I'm just classified you, I think.
Yeah. You got your mention, Marina, that's it. Marina actually then has housekeeping and guest services and all the onboard revenue departments reporting into her. So I don't need to talk to that many department heads myself. And yeah, kind of trickles up from there.
Well, that concludes our 30-minute coffee chat. And as Rene mentioned, yes, let's thank Rene. As Rene mentioned, towards the end of the cruise, you're going to see in your daily program, City on the Sea. We offer it 2 days because we want everybody to have a chance to see it. You just pick 1 to 2 days. And it will give you kind of your backstage pass, right? To see all of those areas of the ship that are normally off limits to guests. It's a beautiful multimedia presentation with a few special guests who join me on stage. So just look out for that in your daily program. We wish you a very wonderful day. I'll see you on the world stage.
I can hang out for a little bit longer. I know Kristen needs to go, but I can hang out here a little bit longer for anyone that has any unanswered questions yet. I have time. You know, I have a lot of people working for me.